Deion doubled as a kick returner and was so dangerous the league colluded to never kick to him again. Another fabled story of the NFL. Sanders showed up to the combine to run the 40 and immediately after got a ride back to the airport, knowing he cemented his spot. There may be others on the list, but there can only be one primetime. Calvin Johnson. While many people didn't get to see what type of player Calvin Johnson was going to be in college, in an offense that rarely passes, the NFL knew what was coming. Johnson has an athletic profile that was aptly described by his nickname, Megatron. He looked inhuman, like the bad guy in a scary movie. Most 6'5", 240-pound receivers built their game around boxing out opponents at the catch point to secure passes, but Calvin Johnson regularly blew by secondaries with 4.3 speed. Calvin is still the only 6'5" player to run under 4.4 at the combine. Scout Gil Brandt claimed he had the best broad jump he's ever seen, almost 12 feet. Defenders had no chance in covering Johnson's freakish blend of length and speed. Calvin is in the conversation of the greatest receivers ever, even though he retired at age 30 after just 9 seasons. One particular season, in 2012, Calvin Johnson shattered the single-season receiving record by over 100 yards. Teams were doubling and even triple covering Johnson in an offense without many other threats, and it didn't matter. Calvin Johnson was a monster and an aberration, combining Greek god physical traits with soft hands to snag the ball anywhere within an acre of him. Injuries and inept franchise relationships shortened Calvin's career, but they weren't short on miraculous moments. Herschel Walker. The University of Georgia running back is recognized as one of the most dominant college football players ever, and his story to success is just as interesting. Growing up poor without access to weights, Walker would do push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, and dips at the house. Pretty typical, except he did them in sets of thousands. He was the pinnacle of athletics in Georgia, winning 4 state championships in track, including shot put. He was the fastest and the strongest person around. As soon as he arrived at UGA, he became the centerpiece of their football program. Defenders were unable to bring Walker to the ground, possessing the ability to bounce off would-be tacklers and track speed to leave defenders in his dust. After 3 Heisman-worthy seasons, Walker won it in his junior season. He amassed over 50 touchdowns in 3 years, going pro into the upstart USFL. Walker was the best player by a large amount during its 3-year existence. Once the USFL folded, Walker moved on to the Dallas Cowboys, already a living legend. While he didn't have as much success in the NFL, he enjoyed unprecedented running back longevity, playing another 12 seasons. During that span, he only missed 4 games. Walker retired the only player to get 4,000 yards 3 different ways: running, receiving, and returning. As if the beating he took in the NFL wasn't enough, at age 48, Walker pursued a career in the MMA. He went on to fight 2 fights and won them both, a true testament to his physical freakiness. Jim Brown. Most people know who Cleveland legend Jim Brown is, arguably the greatest football player of all time. But what most people don't know is he's also one of the greatest lacrosse players to ever live, saying himself that he was probably better at lacrosse than football. Brown lettered in 6 sports in high school and 4 sports at Syracuse, before going on to be a 3-time NFL MVP and the only player to average 100 yards rushing in his career. Brown still holds the record for most 3-touchdown and 4-touchdown games in NFL history. Unable to be brought down and unwilling to step out of bounds, Jim Brown reset every standing NFL record in 9 short seasons. Ray Lewis called him the most dominant player to ever step on any field. Master of the fly sweep, Brown could reverse field and run away from opponents, sidestep would-be tacklers, or physically impose his will in head-on collisions. Marcus Allen once said, "Forget running backs. It's like every player is measured against Jim Brown, because he was the touchdown, the measuring stick. He was the greatest player that ever lived." Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is the pioneer athlete. The modern history of athletics begins with Thorpe. Not only a superstar NFL player, you can name the sport, and Jim Thorpe was the best at it from 1910 to the 1930s. A decathlon is an Olympic event that encompasses 10 different competitions all rolled into one. Created in 1911, Thorpe was the first person to ever receive gold at the event. The ability to win multiple skill-specific Olympic medals and dominate at the NFL level is deserving of this list already. But Thorpe did it without training, as he interchanged between the MLB and football. Former President Dwight Eisenhower broke a huge secret about Thorpe. He never practiced. He showed up and did things better than everybody else in his first time. Thorpe won at everything, including World Ballroom Dancing Championships. To understand his worth to football, look no further than the award given to the best college defensive back in the country each year, which is appropriately named the Jim Thorpe Award. A Native American from Oklahoma, the legend of Jim Thorpe has grown through generations. Because of his impact and excellence during the infancy of modern-day athletics, Thorpe became a legend whose tale will be told for years to come. Vernon Davis. For a long time, tight ends in the NFL were thought of as an extension of the offensive line. Utility blockers that played their role within the offense. Once the likes of Tony Gonzalez and Kellen Winslow Sr. infiltrated the NFL as receiving threats, it was only a matter of time before someone like Vernon Davis came along. Davis absolutely dominated on the field at Maryland, while also showing his physical prowess. But before Davis left Maryland, he had set a school strength record for tight ends in bench press, squat, and power clean. But Davis didn't show what he was truly capable of until the NFL Combine. Vernon Davis wowed teams, clocking under 4.4 on the 40, leaping over 40 inches, and broad jumping nearly 11 feet. 6'3" and over 250 pounds. Davis's combine numbers were the only thing people talked about through draft night. He was drafted 6th overall by the San Francisco 49ers. 2009 was Vernon's breakout year, where he tied the season record for touchdown receptions by a tight end with 13. Davis was too fast, and he had too much leaping ability for linebackers, and was far too big and strong for defensive backs to handle at the catch point. Davis moved and caught the ball like a wide receiver, but possessed offensive lineman power. In Davis's illustrious career, he set the playoff tight end single-game receiving record, won a Super Bowl with the Broncos, and was named to an All-Pro team. There may never be a tight end with Vernon Davis's physical prowess and athletic ability again. So, what do you think? Is there anybody we left off this list? Let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.